earlier about, okay, how do we find a VC? How do we find the right partner to work with? And that's a great lead up into this part of the presentation. Probably the most important thing in terms of approaching an investor is don't do it cold call. Cold calling an investor or cold emailing a pitch is unlikely to succeed. It's probably in the same bucket as trying to apply online for a job without knowing anybody on the inside who can recommend you. It's not that VCs don't look at cold pitches, but they view them as less favorable. They want to work with entrepreneurs who are known commodities, and known commodities typically come recommended by their friends, by other VCs. So beyond doing your research, which we'll talk about in a second, the most important thing to do is to find somebody who can make a warm introduction for you. How can you do that? Well, first of all, if you're lucky, you already have those connections from somehow. You know a VC and you can approach them directly. If not, LinkedIn is a great tool to see if any of your first degree connections have those. And if you can't find first degree or second degree connections, third degree is the next best thing. But if you don't know anybody personally, second degree works almost as well. This is a friend who's recommended you. Specifically as it relates to StartupWind, which, as Naren explained in the beginning, is predicated on building a network of university alumni. I think the alumni of your alma mater are a great source of either VCs themselves or people who know VCs and will be happy to help you on the basis of you sharing a common school. Other places that you could meet VCs in person, whether or not these are the right VCs for you or those that just can make introductions, are tech meetups, other networking events, and I'm not discounting, but I'm putting it at a lower priority, things like pitch events. Angel syndicates, for example, typically hold these events where you come in and you get a chance to do a very short 5-7 minute pitch to a very large group of early stage investors. Since these are, at least in the days of pre-COVID, were face-to-face events, you have the opportunity to network after the event with potential investors, get to know them, and even if they're not the right ones for you, maybe they can make an introduction for you. But I can't emphasize this enough, get a warm introduction. Just emailing your pitch deck to the contact details on a VC's website, that has less than a 1 in 100 chance of